Okay. Again, following the terms of this series, we'll be playing three games. And so I guess, wait, not that window. Um, this window. Yeah, close that other one. Okay, and start. Okay, so we have a railroad track. Um, okay, we know it's Bulgaria already. Yeah, Bulgaria looks like this, like their coverage is often wintertime. Um, that of course is subject to change. Anything about the coverage, will eventually be updated. Um, okay, is there anything on that sign? Spree. Uh, no, nothing locational I can see. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the roads in this one are, pretty bad. Like we're in Russia. Um, yep. Wait, what does that say? Um, V period Polyana. That's probably the place. Um, hmm. Yeah, sometimes signs like this have the local government named on them, but I'm not seeing it. Um, yeah, there's a mention of the Black Sea on there, but that could be anywhere in the country. Um, yeah, it's in Bulgaria, and you can see there's the character called the hard sign, listed there. Also, that there's some differences in font choice that you have with Russian that stand out. But that sign was not good for pointing them out on a stream, of course. Um, yeah, so I don't know where that is. I'll plug it over here. Definitely looks more hilly, like this part of the country. But I don't see any distant mountains. It was V period Poliana was the name of that I thought the village might have from that sign at the railroad crossing. Yep. Okay. So it was up in that part of the country. Uh, see, Visoka Polyana is the name of the place. Okay. Okay. Maybe this is a more, so this one is definitely much more a mountainous location than the previous one. The tallest mountains in the Balkan Peninsula are actually in Bulgaria. There's Musala Peak is somewhere around here, I think, or maybe down here. I can't remember which. Um, oh yeah, there's Musala Peak, which is slightly higher than Olympus. It's so so and also slightly higher than well, the high Tatras aren't really in the Balkans; they're in Slovakia. But like Musala Peak is also higher than the highest peak in the high Tatras. Which is called Gerlach. Um, Yeah, this could even be, like maybe in the national park itself. It seems to be a large, less inhabited area, maybe. Um, Although there's a village up here. Okay, there's a pole. Um, yeah, that Bulgaria has mostly this kind of architecture, with the red tile roofs, very much like Romania or even Hungary does. Um, we've got Okay. So down there you can see that it looks, warmer, sort of Mediterranean look, and it's very and so here there's some very high mountains that might even be this thing, right? Maybe we could be over here or hmm. Yeah, let's see. So we're looking north that way. Um, could we be? Well, this would be a big north-south road. We weren't on it. But the valley comes to mind as a possibility. Um, yeah, I'm thinking maybe we could be over here. Oh, okay. So we were near the border with Bulgaria up there. Okay. Um, okay. So we were on this little thing, and if we had maybe chosen a different direction, we might have run into these border police, which would have told us something. Um, okay. Yeah, and so we've gotten, a pretty rural round here. Yeah, okay, one car doesn't really tell us anything. Um, yeah, I mean, mostly looking at this, you could tell that it isn't the United States from the general appearance of the stuff. Then you'd be wondering, which European country it is. Looks like I might have picked a road going up into the mountains. Maybe if I went the other direction on it, if I can remember which one that was. Was this the other direction? I think it was. Yeah, if you're in a hilly landscape, the best idea for looking for clues usually is to go down. Um, Maybe this is trending upward. That's just okay. Hmm. Well, there might have been something there. There wasn't. We have Kustner. Okay. Uh, there's the Cyrillic on there says mlečni produkty, which means dairy products. Okay. Yeah, common feature on this stream, forgetting to guess. Yeah, there is a classic example of Bulgarian style font. Um, this is what's referred to as a kursivny font because it resembles the forms used in handwriting, which are have connected letters. But for instance, this V is especially Bulgarian right here. So looking at this sign, I would say that if I didn't know the country, I would probably now know that it's very likely to be Bulgaria. Um, there's a few other ones. The D here, um, the T is very different from a standard Cyrillic font. Um, okay, and this has more normal looking small letters actually. Um, we have faience terracotta. Faience, I think, means tiles, right? Um, yeah, that's what it is. Um, so we're in, it looks like, small city sort of place. Um, Srpska Skara, um, that could mean Serbian something. Um, I think I've had around that maybe looks like this before, and I think that was actually in Sofia, though. Okay, there's again, this is what in Russian would be a hard sign, in an unusual location, and in Bulgarian, this is a vowel. It actually means so uh, parva, uh, invest in, you know, uh, parva for first also is not Russian. I know Russian is Purvi or something like that. There was Apteka Artemida. Um, okay, wait, you gotta guess. Okay. It's an educational stream. We've got yeah, those are still relatively less common in Eastern Europe, but um, it pays to build them. Um, yeah, there's the letter that I was referring to as a hard sign. This does exist rarely in Russian, but it's very common in Bulgarian. Um, don't voca. It's the word is. Uh, it was a .eu domain on the sign, which interesting. Okay, so this is larger and flatter. Like this is probably uh, I would say probably this area then. Um, I'll plunk it here just because of memories of crossing the this bridge on the train. Um, which there's actually a lot of corn in that area. But yeah, this is interesting. Okay, it's even like larger and sandier. Um, so is that lavender? What is the crop here? Um, I mean, there are such things as lavender fields, for the perfume purposes. They use the oil in things. Although I had heard of lavender cultivation, as being in Provence in southern France. So, um, okay, here's some actual road signs. Um, okay, so we have Bulgarovo, um, Kaliakra. Kaliakra sounds Greek, but let's see, benzene. Um, Rent a car in English, I mean that's I guess if you rent cars, it's going to be a business more oriented toward tourists, and so you want um yeah, could it be closer to Varna where there's more tourism business? Um, Except, I think it's hillier toward the coast here. I have actually been to this area because of I saw a total solar eclipse at Balchik in 1999. So that's interesting. Okay, so that it was Bulgarovo down there. Okay. Um, so it must flatten out quite quickly north of Balchik then, if it looks like that a little bit farther north. Um, okay, so, quite a bad score there, as I've said, this is more of an educational stream, so, I will often be distracted talking about things and never even bother to guess. So, um, okay, and so then, um, wait, where's play this map again? Okay, uh, so it looks like I need to actually go back and okay, not too bad. Um, so so if I do this, I can get the URLs for the okay, we have Stocky, Hranatelli, Magazine. We have street signs. Han Asparuk Street. They're even by alphabetical, for foreigners. Christo Botev Street. Okay, so that indicates that we're probably, I that we have street signs, and we have this this nice stone street here. Um, Wait, there's a yellow sign up there. Those are with a Greek flag on it. Um, Obuvki Pop. Wait, Popn or um, yeah, not sure if that makes sense. Um, okay, there's the street sign for Christo Botev Street. It doesn't have sometimes street signs you can zoom in and they have more locational information, but these are just here we have Popieta Victory Street. That's a very common name in this region. Especially in Russia, has a lot of Popietas. Bulgarian flag, church, uh, Orthodox. Islam is also a possibility in Bulgaria. I think 10 or 15% of the population are Muslims. Um, Yeah, when I went to see the solar eclipse, Bolchik has a cute little mosque in it with a fig tree out front, and my continent doesn't have fig trees, or at least, not in my area. I guess they do in California and places, but I don't think I had ever seen one before then. Um, and of course, fig trees look exactly the way that they do on the leaves look exactly the way that they do on classical statuary, where they're, used for censorship purposes. Um, okay, so we have Automorga Service. Yeah, no. Okay, running short on time. Could be down here, I'm thinking. Wait, it should be in town. Let's go with Haskovo. Um, it was Plovdiv. Okay. Well, a suburb of Plovdiv. It looks like Vojvodinovo. Okay. Um, yep. So I noticed I have viewers. This is not the most interactive stream in the world right now. Like this particular Geofessr expeditions format. Um, I will have the URLs at the end when I put the video on YouTube. On just look for Geofessr expeditions on YouTube. That the channel is not named Geofessr, but the playlist is. But I'm going to try to have one of these for every country in with official coverage. Okay, so now we're in uh looks like a village, small town. Okay. Some extends some distance down this valley, like this is at least a big village. Um, let's see. Sometimes bridges have information near them, sometimes they don't. Yeah. You'll notice also the tendency toward winter coverage in Bulgaria. Nice wood pile here. We have lots of, you have heating by wood in places like this because, they own, that if you own your own woods, it's fairly reasonable, that um you just wouldn't want to heat an urban area with wood, it would not be good in the emissions category. And in fact, like they make wood stoves with emission controls. These people probably don't have them because they're poor, but that they are common in the United States, where you have a large number of rural people heating with wood. Um, there's very few signs in this place. It's surprisingly uncommercialized. It looks almost like pictures of the communist period when there were, let's see, was just not a whole lot of commercial advertising in those. Um, Dinea. Okay, this is a location. C period. Cherny Osem or uh yeah, the phone number was 088, which I didn't look up. Okay. Okay, so it was up there. Cherny Osem. That's where we were. Okay. Yeah, this one also I'd say learning the script is definitely very useful, and Cyrillic is relatively easy. What I'd suggest doing is for practice is playing Serbia rounds, because you have a lot of signs that are actually bilingual there, and an unusually simple correspondence between the letters in Serbo-Croatian. It's one letter for one letter between the Roman and the Cyrillic. And then learning the Roman letters tells you things about Roman alphabet Slavic languages, which are also helpful for playing GeoGuessr. You'll end up learning things like, how do I know this is not Czech? Um, by knowing which letters are available for instance, Serbo-Croatian, you'll yeah, okay, so not seeing a lot of information. There's so advertise. Okay, well, there's not going to be an address on that billboard. Not in good condition. Okay, here we have. Yeah, that would probably be a gold mine if we could read it, but we can't. Too fuzzy. No, back of the sign doesn't have anything. Bulgarian flag. Okay. Granite. Okay. Uh, so gas is 230. I assume that's per liter, right? So the currency unit, um, when I went there in 1999, it was fixed at 1 lev per mark, and that it looks like it's probably similar in value from the gas price to that. So currency units are perhaps around maybe 2 to a US dollar. Um, okay, we have Svoboden. We have Znamenosets. We have something Grob there. Okay, so timed out before we could get much off the sign. We have Opchina Sniven. Okay, so that's a government sign. Opchina is what the parts of Bulgaria are called, and Sliven, they're named after their capitals mostly, so we just need to find Sliven, and then we know. And also, I've heard of Sliven. Um, there it is. Let's see. So we have to be right in the center, right? Um, Notarius. Um, we have Mario Fresh. Um, hmm. Okay. Nothing obvious right here in the center. Um, yeah, I mean, where else would there be a pedestrian center like pedestrian area like this other than in the center? Um, but where is it? Um, is it up here? Um, we have a little clock tower. We have Dimcho Nenov Notarius. Um, yeah, we've seen two notary offices. There must be a lot of a lot of paperwork that has to be. Okay. AB security. Um, oh, here, yeah, okay. There's a pedestrian zone large enough, I think. Municipality of Sliven. Um, yeah, okay. So once I found, so that must have been that government office must have in fact. Opchina, Opchina Sliven. I had forgotten here the third letter here. Um, that's st in Bulgarian. It's pronounced differently in Russian, and I was pronouncing it more like the Russian Obstina Sliven. Um, okay, so rural. Um, we have some elevation differences. Not a hillier part of the country, but like not particularly flat either. Um, which makes me think out here. Yep. So we've got yeah. So this direction hasn't taken us anywhere. Um, okay, there's buildings up here. Um, yeah, definitely looks like Bulgaria. Um, is that like a watchtower for something? Like, could there be like a correctional facility or, perhaps a defunct correctional facility? Um, we got, hmm, yeah, I don't know what those towers are. Um, well, there's tractors, so maybe those are something with an agricultural function. We got interesting poles, but no locations. Okay, but it looks like we have walked into a village with 16 seconds left. So, Vidin. Okay, Vidin is up here, 40 kilometers, or perhaps the road is 40 north. Okay. Uh, okay, yeah. So Vidin is actually maybe one of the places even to remember where it is in Bulgaria because it isn't that large, but it's like the only thing up here, in this corner where the Danube comes out of, in this area, it comes out of a narrows called the Iron Gate. Um, I believe there's a dam somewhere in here. Um, yeah, and then you know, comes out into a relatively then into relatively flat area in this direction. And so it actually becomes quite large and flat out here, around Rusay and Georgiou. Okay. Hmm. Yep. Okay, and then I can click on there. So my best score is 17,893 points on this map. Yeah, so I have played it before. So, all right. So last game. Um, okay, so we've got houses are close together. Like we have enter. Vchod. Yeah, that thing that G that looks like a D there. Also, that's more like a Bulgarian thing than a Russian thing. That, as I said, lowercase letter forms, are different, but that's it's more of a font preference than an actual difference between the languages, and that Russian style fonts are certainly found in Bulgaria. Um, so yeah, so this looks like a poorer neighborhood. Interesting outfit there. Uh, yeah, but this is definitely unusual as a location. Um, doesn't look like much else that I've seen in Bulgaria. I'm thinking this has to be, this has to be one of the cities, just in some outlying neighborhood, right? Um, oh, there's big. Okay, there's larger mountains there, so it has to be around here. Maybe in Blagoevgrad. Um, some outlying location. Hmm. Also wondering, like, hmm. But yeah, so it looks like a likely to be a poorer area. There's a lot of people out, which is interesting. And where is this? For that matter, how do you even get to a road? Uh, because okay, it was in Sofia. Um, let's see. So Nadezhda Hospital. So it was in this cluster of roads back here. Um, yeah. Yeah, it almost looks like there aren't enough streets for the amount of houses that we encountered. Oh, okay, so there it goes. Okay, so yeah, so if we had gotten out to this road, that might have been useful. This Boulevard President Lincoln, it turns out, is what it's called. Okay. Um, so this is, you know, uh, a normal neighborhood for Bulgaria. Um, Svilengrad and Mladenovo. Um, that was Sliven on the past one, not Sliven. So I don't know where Svilengrad and Mladenovo are, but you know that there's. It's certainly worth a shot to try to look for them. Okay, I wait. Was that it? Yeah, there's Svilengrad. It's okay. So this is down near the Turkish border. It's 17 and 13 that way, which is sort of yeah. So this actually looks like it could be like way down near the actual border, maybe in this Kapitan Andreevo, perhaps. Um, right. It was Svilengrad and Mladenovo. Well, there's Svilengrad. Where's Mladenovo? I'm not seeing it. Yeah. So I'm wondering if I can go this direction and see anything. You know, if we are indeed right next to Turkey, it would be this way. Yeah, the border crossing that I've seen in this area into Turkey in real life is the one at Malko Tarnovo, not the one in this area. Um, okay, so it was in Levka. Okay. Um, yeah, not sure where Mladenovo was. Um, Sunflowers. Um, yeah, this I think looks more like more like toward the border with Romania, maybe outside of Rusay here. Um, it's an east-west road, which also, um, yeah, and it looks like it's an east-west road of some significance. You know, it's well maintained. Um, that looking at things, there seems to be sort of a prioritization on which roads are better maintained than others. Um, for a second, I thought that was a railroad track, which no, it's not. There was a sign back there. Okay, we have Bobovo, Silistra. Silistra is, I think Silistra is, yeah, Silistra is up there. Um, we have 20. We're on 21. Oh, so we're a considerable distance from Silistra, 89 kilometers. So we try to figure out where 21 goes and have some difficulty. Oh, 21 goes that way. Um, so we're looking for Bobovo and Golyamo Vronovo. Yeah, they're pretty good about being bi-alphabetic in these things. So that's we're here. Okay, so I said it was near Rusay, and we were in fact near Rusay. Okay, that's good. Um, let's see, we're coming into it from that direction, so we're somewhat down this way. Okay, so if we go the other way, We've got, is that even going to be on there at all? Probably not. Uh, yeah, not a lot of locational information is, oh, there's a road going south, maybe. Okay. Yeah, that might have been this one. Okay, 4 out of 5. Okay, so we have big deposits of yellow soil. I know that they have those in some places in Eastern Europe, but we have a ruined castle, looks like. Varvara, it says on it. Um, wait, no, Krum is church. SV is Saint Sveti uh, oh, Varvara, right? It's not. Yeah, I thought it might be Barbara, but no, that's a V. Um, um, okay, so I'm thinking from the hills and things that it might again be somewhere near Varna. Um, um, Sveti Hukala. Oh, there's the Bulgarian V that I've been talking about. That's not a Russian looking small letter. Um, let's see. Wait, is that Grad Milnik? Um, okay, where's Milnik? Um, hmm. Rooms for rent in English. Okay, so yeah, I think this is someplace with a tourism industry. Proskiva Petka. Wow, those look almost like fig leaves there. Um, yeah, it's a town full of churches, apparently. Okay, so it was all the way down there. Oh, there's Melnik. Okay, so we got the name of the town, but yeah, it didn't help. Um, yeah, so I guess there are some hills around Varna, but I guess we were in much bigger ones than I had thought. I didn't see any in the background. Okay, so last round. Okay, we have the winter coverage again. Um, so winter coverage often is Bulgaria, although of course, subject to change. Uh, this is what generation is this generation 2 or 3? I'm not good with this sort of thing. Um, I think it's not generation 4. Drozhinsky. Okay. Okay, we are in an area that has at least small mountains in it. You know, things that are at least several hundred meters in height. Belopticene. Hmm. Yeah, bello means white, but maybe up here toward Pazarjic. Um, let's see, could it be down here? Um, yeah, this looks like it's sort of a, mid-level rural road. It's not a significant highway. Um, Opshina Ruzhin something. Is it Ruzhindi? It looked like it was on the building there also. Um, okay. So an Opshina must not be a province then, because I thought it was, but I mean, Ruzhinci. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, these were the signs that we saw. We saw Belopola. No, we didn't see that one. We saw Belo something else. We saw Drajinci, and we saw Ruzhinci. Then, so we were on this 114, and then there's that city office, Obstina Ruzhinci. Um, okay. So, like the map, and I guess we're done. Yeah, not too much that we saw, mostly that in this one it pays to know the script, and unlike in say Bangladesh, it's relatively easy to learn. And it gives you information on several different countries. But as I said, if you want to learn Cyrillic, don't do it in Bulgaria on the maps. The map that you want for learning Cyrillic on this game is Serbia. Okay.